In this video, I'm going to give you an in-depth look at the mistakes that you might be making that could be holding you back from ranking up in Valorant. Unfortunately, I did mess up this VOD review by having my camera over the map, but the information in this video is so good that I decided to post it for you anyways. Also, here's a quick look at what my student had to say after we finished the session. So if you want to see the same improvement he did, I suggest you stick around for the whole video. With that being said, let's get right into it. You think your biggest strength is your mechanics, right?
Usually, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But not right
I'll
now.
find you.
Hey, that's okay. I have a question for you. Just something side note. So I see that you were gonna go for a mid push. That's kind of what the idea was looking like, I would assume.
Kind of, yeah.
Kind of. You have your omen on cat. You don't want to do too much of a push. Like if you updraft there, you can get swung from two angles. So if you get him to smoke one of the areas, then you can isolate the fight. One thing that I noticed that I used to do this as well, and a lot of people do this, is they don't ask their teammates to do things for them. Sometimes it's because they don't think about it, or sometimes it's because they don't feel comfortable asking. But you should always just ask your teammates to use their utility to make sure that you can make a play, especially with you being the duelist. Like, hey, smoke top mid, I'm gonna peek tiles. And then they can't shoot you from top mid, you can updraft and get a kill. Or vice versa.
Yep.
Spike planted.
One close.
Nice try. Another thing here too, I'm gonna be really nitpicky because I know you're good, so I'm just gonna kind of nitpick quite a bit. So door was closed, smoke was off, 3 of you were in market, only your omen went CT.
Yeah, I should have gone CT.
Yeah, because you have updraft. You can find where they are, and you can isolate fights with your updraft and get a pick really quickly there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that would be a good play. It happens. Just something I saw. I'm sure you know it as soon as you saw it too.
Yeah.
But it's little split decisions because you're good at the game, and it's the little things like that that will make it harder for you to win rounds. But that just comes with this practice and just every time like, oh, I should have done this, and then over time you'll start making those decisions.
Hold on, let me blink. I didn't mean to upcraft, but
That's okay. Nice.
Yeah.
got the kill.
Blocking sight.
102 on Omen here. One cell.
And a whiff.
That's okay.
I whiff.
One other thing. That was good. I like how you noticed they were all A, and instead of trying to push through doors or even just rotating through spawn, you flanked. Now you know for sure no one's coming through that side of the map, and you can isolate and pinch them. That was perfect. But you had one cloudburst left. You can smoke off an angle so that you don't get peeked from both gen and bottom site, because you can smoke off one of them and then isolate the fight. They swung you on both because it was wide open. Just another little thing, when you have a bit of utility, and especially like a jet smoke, use it to cut off an area where you think someone could be, just so you don't get double peeked.
Good trade. One more main.
Down A.
Out main.
That's right.
One enemy remaining.
We're gonna run it back. I'm gonna ask you what you might think you could have done differently.
Good trade. One more main.
Down A.
Out main.
One enemy remaining. For recon.
Last guy unknown.
I could have, I don't know,
Careful
dashed
now.
away.
On B
Yep,
and B.
yep, you could have.
Someone got my
Let's just trade. One more main.
Down A.
So,
and I was moving too.
Out main.
and you also have an op, right? So like, there's no reason for you to be moving. Once you clear that smoke, just stand on the edge of
Trade.
it,
One more main.
right there, right where you
Trade.
are,
One more
right here, and hold. Your teammates are with you. They can look everywhere else, say, I'm gonna hold main.
main.
But then
Down A.
you reposition, you see, yeah,
Out
and then you
main.
move.
One enemy
It's the only
remaining.
reason you died. You would have
Let's
killed
go
him
now.
easily.
Yep.
I like this. It's good. You should get someone to shoot drone for you. Yeah. So again, just little things too, like you're playing jet, you control the pace of the game for your team, basically, you and Reyna. Because they're gonna play safe, both of them most likely. If you want to get aggressive, be like, hey man, can you shoot drone? And if he holds B main and the drone comes out, he blasts it, they might expect you're there, but they might not. So now they have to, again, worry about two angles that they can get swung from. And either they push or they don't push, but now you have two different spots to worry about. because they didn't clear you out. They don't know if you're there. So if he turns to clear that angle, Cypher kills him from main. But you let the drone come and see you because no one shot it for you. Especially if you're opping, just anytime you're playing jet and you know there's a Sova and you're holding an angle, can you shoot drone? Can you shoot dart? Can you shoot these things for me so that you can stay there posted up and get a free kill? Nitpicky again. Look at the alt economy. And your Fade should know this as well. You know they're coming B. You guys are both on site. You're pretty much dead. Cypher's smart. He got to mid. But when you got cleared by your drone here, where are you? You got cleared by the drone. Don't run lane. Get off site. Get out because they're about to ult you. One of the ults is coming through, but they use two because they also have Killjoy, right? So if they don't ult here with only 2 rounds in the game, then they're absolutely lost. As important as it is to look at their economy for their guns, alt economy is more important at some points. What's going on, guys? If you're interested in some free coaching, feel free to join the Discord server, links in the description of this video, and sign up in the VOD reviewing channel. Also, don't forget to hit that like button, sub to the channel, and ring the bell notification if you're enjoying this video so far. Much love, guys. So the other thing too, there's been, what's that, 11 rounds, and you played this side of the map the whole time. So they're going to expect you somewhere here. And if they think you have an op, they know you're probably not playing A. So if you switch and ask, hey, Omen, I'll play A main with my op or something, you might have got ulted out, but you would have got a free kill here, I guarantee. Because they would have ran out. You could have got one, then you're gone. And then you come back here. You wait for Killjoy to go down. Then you play tree, get an off angle, break the door, or anything. But now you're retaking with an op, and you didn't get a free kill. So just always switch where you are when you're playing any op agent or anything. That whenever you're taking the first aggressive fight, switch it up so that they can't predict where you're gonna play, especially as jet with the op.
Spike planted.
Because I mean, if I was them, I'd be like, well, he's probably B. I'm not pushing B. Let's go in. I like that you were saying let's go main, but was there any play that you came up with? Or did you just ask them to push into main?
Just push into main.
Okay. Who's on your team? What agents do we have?
Cypher.
Yeah. So your Reyna's useless. Get her out of the picture. Who else in there
She
can
was the only
initiate
one
you?
that had flashes, so like,
Omen does.
I mean, yeah, but
He's got 1 flash, but you also have prowlers that you can clear that corner with. So I know that it's annoying that the Reyna's not listening, but like sometimes you gotta deal with what you got, and the best thing for you to do there is say, all right, fuck the Reyna. Hey, Fade, can you prowler close? I'm gonna updraft and peek off your dog. Because if she prowlers and he shoots it and you updraft right off the rip, right to here or here, that's a free kill. And if he's not there, then you clear this, right? But if Reyna's not gonna come flash, use the other 2 people, what they have, to at least get something going. Because if you don't come up with a plan, she doesn't dog, and you walk out and die here, then you lost the round right away. So I don't know if that's gonna happen because they're ecoing, but like if she doesn't think and dog for you and you dry swing, you probably lose. You might win, but you might lose. So you're taking a 50-50 fight, whereas you could take a 100% win here. This is good. We're not gonna talk about the dashing because we know that, but you clear sight, and then
go hell.
you go hell. You see the drone and you default into hell, where your gun advantage means absolutely nothing. In fact, it makes it worse for you because they have close range weapons. You have a vandal. So what could we do there? She nades that. You're in hell, right? So that's about the safest place you could have dropped to. But now you need to reposition.
To Jen.
Yep, because Reyna's watching heaven. There's no one peeking you yet. You need to get out of hell.
I'm playing time.
Yeah, now you're stuck. You could have repositioned and used your gun advantage here.
Hey, yo, man.
But they're gonna drop and kill you. Yeah. Like, you have a vandal, they have specters and other guns, and you're just hiding in a close range corner when you could be peeking off anywhere else to get kills as they funnel through heaven, but you can't even see them. So they're just walking out, killing your brain dead teammates, and then pushing you. But if you're sitting here, that's 2 kills. Easy, you could have got those. Because they walk out, boom, 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 dead. But your Reyna can't hit a damn shot. She gets shock darted out, you're dead. So it's all, just little things like, and maybe another thing is, look at the score, look at the last rounds you've been having. You were on fire and now you're kind of losing your flame. So the confidence is down, which is why you're funneling into hell instead of wanting to take fights. right? So it's like a subconscious thing. So you're like, oh, I'm not really hitting my shots. I'm gonna play safe. But like that's a little too safe. So always remember that you're good and that you can win your shots, especially when you have a better gun. And just convince yourself that you can play here. And just take those fights when you have a gun advantage. And play somewhere like a Gen 2 where you can shoot and get away. And then play both sides of Gen. So they have to drop, right? They have to come down. You can be peeking around this, but you can't move down here. So just little things. Always be confident in your ability to win the gunfight, even if you're playing not the best, because that'll just spark more flames. And if not, you died anyways, right? But at least you tried to get one. Next round. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I have an assumption. So you guys just lost B. I assume you're gonna communicate that you either go mid or A, but I would assume that you decide to go A. Reyna doesn't follow you.
Please just all go A main.
There we go. Okay.
But
So
I shouldn't have said that.
So the only thing is, I had a feeling that that's what the play was going to be. Now, realistically, you could maybe win A main, but Urena's always going mid. She's correct in this. She probably goes mid, but you should send one with her to take control of mid. So just be like, hey, Reyna, let's split A then, because you see she's going there anyway. So send someone with her. You take A main. They're not even playing site. You haven't seen them on site once. They're literally they're just outplaying you guys because you funnel in. Then they retake you from both sides, you're dead. So like if you were to split and just say, hey guys, split A then, because she's not going to come with you anyways, I guarantee you'd win this round. Before I go into any more, I'm going to ask you, what are some things that you think you need to work on just based on what I just saw?
Okay, so the clearing site thing.
Yep.
When I'm dashing in, and then not like being passive on site, taking more fights, more space, not like going hell instantly.
Yep.
And yeah.
Okay.
And obviously trying to win
Yeah.
all the eco stuff he said. Yeah.
Okay. So let's put it into a broad term first, and then we can break it down more. Do you have a piece of paper? Your positioning, like when you're taking a fight, it's your positioning during the game as a whole. First thing I saw on defense is you played the same area every time, and you always did. You maybe swap between mid and B main sometimes, but you tried the same thing over and over and over again, even when nothing was coming out of it. So if you try something and let's say they don't peek B main, that's fine to try again. But if you keep seeing a recurring trend, then switch it up. Another thing is you're peeking the two same angles every time with the op. Even in mid, you never peek tiles, you always peek top cat. You got to pick once. They probably didn't swing again, but they were swinging out of tiles and you never checked it. You could have been holding the set. So like if you kill someone top cat and then next round you go B main and you see that they're going to peek out tiles and they're not going top cat, next round go and peek tiles, you're going to get a kill. And then once you get that, now they're scared of both mid, so then go B main. If they're not there, then try A main and switch it every single round. Never play the same spot ever, because if they catch on to what you're doing, they will not swing you at all. With your positioning was repositioning properly. So like one really good example is you got droned out and then you ran back to site and got double ulted. So there's two things that made that happen. Number one is you didn't look at the ult economy of the enemy team, and you didn't ask anyone to break the drone or play with you. So you were basically just a sitting duck for that drone. So one thing you can write beside that is always ask teammates to play with you or ask for help. And you never ask for a smoke anywhere. You never ask for a fade eye. You never ask your teammates to do anything with you or for you. You just ask them to push main. So communicating better is a big one as well. Communicating to get yourself into better positions, right? So you can play the aggressive positions you want to play. Because if you're just dry peeking all the time, the odds that you win that's a 50-50 fight are even less, because they're going to swing you with utility and you're just holding them. So like be more vocal with what you want from your team. That's a big one as well. And when you're in a situation where you have less players, try not to funnel in the same spot and try to make the enemy guess where you're going. You know what I mean? Like in that one round, this is just an example of the one round where you both just swung out of heaven. They were staring there the whole time. You use any sound cues or anything. So you can use sound cues to your advantage. Break the glass, start running that way, and then you can even just pull back. Or you can go to door and break it. But now they have to double check. I mean, you both died to breach, but if you got breach, then they still have to worry about that, right?
Yeah.